You gain the ability to stop time. After stopping time, what's the first thing you're gonna do? I would test the limits of the power. Can I bring other peoples into the frozen time? Can I move stuff around? Do I age? Can I make machines work? Then I would probably do a bunch of illegal stuff like stealing my food, money, get into people's homes to see how their life compared to mine. I would probably save people if I feel like it, or cause chaos for the same reason. And then I'll wake up in my SCP containment chamber and remember the good old days. Well, the old days, really. Or not. There's not a lot to remember when you've spent your entire life in a 5x5 temporal cell. I would become a fucking anarchy god. Here's how. Step 1. I would learn everything. Assuming internet doesn't work because the electricity is frozen with time, I would read and memorize every book. I would also document the nature and laws of time being frozen. Let's assume anything inanimate I directly touch becomes unfrozen. Clothes, doors, air, etc. Not people. Step 2. Get the media after me. I would do this by auditioning for America's Got Talent. I would use my various skills to work my way up the chain until the final round. While waiting between auditions, I would cause minor havoc, like unexplainable things disappearing. In the final round, I pretend I'm going to be performing singing. I sing horribly, and midway, I stop abruptly and cut the music. This is an act, and I am the judge. Lights cut, and all the doors lock. Security are placed elsewhere. All cameras are forced on me with a spotlight. So, tell me, Earth, can you win the golden buzzer? I make a golden star button appear in my hand. Or will you become another victim? You have 1 year. I freeze time and watch as everything unfolds on TV. Everyone freaks out. Some say it's the end of times, others say it's all a hoax. Regardless, I'm not a top story yet. So I wait until a prime minister gives a speech. I appear in the background behind the important figure for long enough to be noticed, but disappear before security catches me. I leave behind a golden star sticker where I was standing. Step 3. I wait 6 months. Every time there are doubts, I break the left arm of someone and put a golden star sticker on it. The left arm is meant to throw people off. As time goes on towards the 6-month mark, the arm breakings become less frequent, and people slowly calm down. But on the 6-month mark, I kill another higher power and leave a golden star sticker on their head. Step 4. I wait until the day before the 1-year mark. Other than the occasional left arm break, I stop all activity. The day before the 1-year mark, I watch as people become scared. Then, at exactly 4 p.m., I kill all of the world leaders, prime ministers, the Pope, etc. Everyone wonders what worse I will do on the next day. Step 5. The day of the 1-year mark. Countries are in defensive position, media is in hysterics, civilians are unable to remain calm. 4 p.m. approaches and I hack every computer so everyone is watching me as I stand on the White House's roof and speak, holding a golden star button. Well, hello again, Earth. It's been a year and I have finally made my decision about your planet. Pause for a good 10 seconds while smiling maniacally and hovering over the button. Suddenly, I press it. You've won a prize! Meet your new leader. Then I disappear and the White House is covered in golden star stickers. I wait for another week and kill anyone who tries to enter a prime minister position. Step 6. 1 week later, I bring about the next major step in my plan. I collect the world's smartest people and force them to work for me. Of course, I give them astounding living conditions and make them feel more inclined to work. I have them create immortality. After I gain immortality, I kill all the scientists. Step 7. Wait. I wait for everyone to mostly forget me, to the point where some are uncertain of my existence. Many years. I still make sure there's no global destruction or mass death, but overall, I stay hidden. Step 8, the reveal. I claim to be a goddess wanting to help humans. After showing people all the good I can do, I make it so they worship me. I have everyone advance space travel and invent ways for me to obtain godlike powers. I become a literal god that can create and destroy whatever, whenever. But what about when I get tired of living? What if I want to die? Eternal sleep. I would not use this power very often. I'd be afraid of being 30 years old on paper, but looking 40 or 50. But TBH, I'd probably just use it to go running since I don't like having to worry about cars. Once I saw this guy get absolutely obliterated by a car while I was on a run. Now I am terrified and I go out of my way to stay the fuck away from cars. Kind of hard though when you run 3 hours a day. Also, I'd not have to awake at 4 to do it. Actually have some good sleep. Also, when time is stopped, if you interact with anything, it will break because it's happening infinitely fast. But that also means that the second I move, I evaporate into nothingness. But let's say that I can only stop their time, not mine. And I am also invulnerable while time is stopped. In that case, if I push something without breaking it, I can send anything back in time to the start of the universe. Remember, infinitely fast means it's going infinitely faster than light. If this kind of stop isn't really a stop, it just gets faster times 1/c. That means I am actually moving at the speed of light, which would have the same stopping time effect, but it's much cooler. I would create a reactor, which works by me throwing stuff into it at the speed of light. Every atom that I throw into it will be converted into its mass times the speed of light, squared amount of light. This would solve the energy crisis. I will become the richest person who ever lived and take over the world. Anyone who tries to kill me will be evaporated immediately. Once I rule the world, I will build an army of soldiers carrying the guns of lightning. I will become God. I will be worshipped as the savior of this universe. I will be everything. Nothing can stop me. I will rule the galaxy, the universe. And then I could get some actually good sleep. Oh, so much testing. Obviously, the cliche hand wave in front of face test. Can I unfreeze it? Does it take effort? Does the effort scale with duration, my perception? Is there a range or does it affect the universe? Is the range spherical? Can I affect it based on effort? How does physics work in this time slip? Relativity? Can I interact with objects or are they simply frozen in space-time? Can I impart new velocity/acceleration to something or simply change its position? Can I selectively freeze objects? So many things need to be tested. I'm going to do this every time a customer is being rude. I'm going to take a blank piece of paper, write "don't be an asshole" on it, place it in their hands, go back to where I was, resume time again, and watch them freak out as they got a message from God or some other higher order being reminding them to act decently to the person who is trying to help them. That is the absolute first thing I'm going to do and will continue to do. Go out in public and scream, "Zawaldo! Toke wo tamare!" Pause time, find a dummy, dress the dummy up like Jotaro Kujo, throw a bunch of knives at the dummy, then resume time and watch as everyone starts freaking out. That, or use it to mess with some French dude by moving him down some stairs, or go punch the shit out of my great-great-grandson and some MILF hunter. Seriously though, use it to confuse the shit out of people. Talk to a group of friends, say I have to go, then head the opposite way, and as soon as they can't see me, I stop time and go in the opposite direction, resume time, and walk out. To them, it will look like I just disappeared down a hall and reappeared around the corner next to them. Try out different things and see if me doing something results in changes to my immediate environment. As I'm gonna be doing something, I bet I can manipulate things if I'm touching them. That is perfect, because now I can travel the world, do anything, and however I want. As I'm going, I probably make everyone naked, so when I'm done with my journey, the planet is left scratching their heads as to just what the hell happened. Probably figure out how I can restart time. I don't want to be stuck in time like every movie about time. Walk around seeing what happens when I move stuff. If I throw a ball, does it completely freeze the moment it leaves my hand? Or does it still move normally? Then I would just move every small object I can, causing general minor mayhem. I'm a vet neurosurgeon. all I can think of is the freaking amazing surgery I can do if I didn't have to worry about bleeding or anesthesia problems. Like, I could pop a brain tumor out, make sure everything was neat and pretty, and close up in an instant. Start it back up just to make sure I can. Then I'll stop it again to make sure I can still do that. Then I'll panic thinking I stopped it too soon after restarting it and restart it again. Feeling relieved and a little silly, I stop it again. This goes on for several hours at least. Ooh, one other use on a daily basis just after lunch. 1. Stop time. 2. Walk into my boss's office. His door is often closed. 3. Profusely fart. 4. Leave office. Close door again. 5. Start time again. Walk down the road outside my house, dropping people's trousers, then go back to my lounge to watch reactions out the window. Cheat on tests. Sleep. I could sleep wherever I want, and the people would think I never sleep. Reach in places I need to go, and whatever else I could think. Catch up on sleep. Well, to elaborate, I just want to get all the sleep that I missed out on over the years. Lost sleep from work, being a parent, stress, depression, health, video games, etc. I would make some serious experiments before starting to do childish things. And if I had a telescope, stare at stars for hours. Well, with time stop, the second I do anything, I'm technically moving at infinite velocity, so I become an infinite amount of pure energy and annihilate the universe. 1. Take test. 2. Stop time. 3. Look up answer. 4. Do test. 5. Jack off to hot person in class. 6. Sleep. 7. Unstop time. Let's be honest, tie the shoelaces of that one annoying person everyone knows and give them a little nudge. Flee the crime scene. Prank a Frenchman by moving him down a few steps, and every time he tries to get up a few steps, just move him back. Step 1. Rob nearest bank. Step 2. Unfreeze time enough for me to get to Colombia. Step 3. Buy thousands of dollars of cocaine. Step 4. OD on cocaine in under 20 minutes. Step 5. Profit. Give my wife a facial, but I would pause time and come about 20 times. From her perspective, I would be a fire hose of cum. It would be glorious. Do my homework and chores because I won't hear my annoying family arguing over stupid crap. And then rob my local dollar store, then proceed to steal all the food there. Now I'm not poor anymore, LMAO losers. Edit. Reading the replies made me rethink my decision of robbing a dollar store. This time, I'll pickpocket random rich people on the street, since that seems more efficient. Step 1. Start a stand where people tell me their wishes. Step 2. I stop time to get those things for them. Step 3. They start worshipping me. Step 4. I don't know. Step 5. Profit. Wait for the president to be giving a live address like the State of the Union or something. Pause time. Get to DC. Change something very minor about his or her appearance. Get back home. Unpause time. Then sit back and watch the conspiracy nuts have a field day. Go to every shop in my town and empty the tills of money. Even with fingerprints, they'd have no case against me, as I'd be at work when I stopped time. CCTV would show nothing either, but I'll wear a bed sheet just in case. I would try to kill some edgy Japanese dolphin nerd and his cross-dressing grandpa, and Donut, a MILF hunter. I would most likely either put a Frenchman going upstairs back down those stairs, throw some knives at some Joe stars, or fight a David Bowie wannabe that can blow things up. Play video games. Sounds lame, but I've got a lot of video games in my backlog, and with time stopped, I'd finally have the time to start playing them. After playing out all practical jokes possible, I think I'd try to make sure that I'd be the best person I could in any situation. Instead of reacting grumpy, unenthused, or indifferent about people and things, I'd take time to think about my reactions and make sure I'm being the best person I could be. I think I'd really help the quality of anybody's life. I would kick some guy in the nuts, assuming time could be restarted, get away with him, and restart time. let him express his pain, stop time again, pull his pants down, start time again for 7.229 seconds, and then stop time again. Do something to make him come, then start time again. It would look to people like a guy screamed his clothes disappeared and then he came. Put the world's leaders in the same room as their rivals with weapons and make them fight their own wars, Hunger Games style. If I'd stop time, I'd go around and find myself a girlfriend, put a note in her hand with my number, go back to where I was. Wait for the phone call. Train for 2 years to face the coming threat of a serial killer android from the future, and also surpass the commoner arch-rival that has undermined my royal pride. I don't have the ability to start time again. I've destroyed the entirety of the universe. I'm what they call a double Thanos. I'm crushing on someone who lives far away, so I'd stop time so I could go visit without missing work. At work, I find everyone who wears glasses and swap them with someone else's glasses. Then I restart time and watch the chaos unfold. 1. Write a novel. 2. See if I can't prevent an accident. 3. Participate in a series of time-based challenges to win a comfortable amount of prize money. Lock Trump out of his Twitter account. We all know what time he's going to be on that toilet producing those masterpieces. I would use it as a defense. I'm about to get attacked? Nope. Time froze. Barrage of 10-ish punches to the front torso and 10-ish to the side of their torso. First thing, take a damn nap. Like 9 hours. More if I feel like it. Just sleep until I feel totally rested without ever having to worry about having to go to work, to be somewhere, or wasting my off days just sleeping. I want to feel the sensation of 100% full rest with 0% guilt. Then I'll actually decide on what to do. I go to all my friends' houses and drop a package with a weird symbol, then create a group chat with them and tell them how I got this weird package. Then they tell me how they got one too and trick them into finding out where it came from. Honestly, I would make an effort to stop the bushfires by assassination of political leaders and climate change deniers in high places. Forgot to add my country is burning and not politicians aren't working hard enough to make things better. Spend 6 months working out, catching up on reading papers, learning something new, continue my language studies, and then resume the weekend. Go on a plane to a different country and dye my hair just so I don't have to go to school anymore. Travel for free. I can sneak onto a flight or sneak in somewhere and find a way to make it look like I was there before and not just randomly appeared. If you freeze time, wouldn't you also freeze gravity? So you couldn't move or at the very least not be able to move any objects? Honest questions, I'm not an expert in physics. Go pick up trash around a beach or two without the worry of how much time I have to do it and without having to worry about assholes throwing more trash down. Stop time, blink, then resume time. It's the little things that count. Everyone would think you are an unblinking, unfeeling monster. A fuck ton of JoJo references, and rather than having my parents drive me, I'll freeze time and walk, or let's say family road trip, lift a car up with a machine in unfrozen, freeze time and push the car while it's midair. Slap everyone in the room and make it look like various different people have hit one another. Get popcorn and watch the chaos from down the street or something. Bike into town with my biggest backpack and steal a bunch of shit in stores. Bike back home, repeat until I don't feel like stealing any more shit. Use it to rearrange decks of cards favorably to my advantage in casinos. Stop time when I have an argument so I can think of a good rebuttal. Admire the peacefulness of this eternal museum of life that I have created. Stop shotgun pellets to prove the power of my stand. Get a white robe, stop time, walk to the church, sit on altar, unfreeze. It's been a while, my bitches. I'm gonna be honest, probably strip people I like naked. Kill some Japanese high schooler, his old man, Egyptian friend, French friend, Japanese friend, and a dog. Ask my friend to shoot me, stop time, catch the bullet, and resume time. Start walking around town to stop an ongoing crime. Not so ongoing. To be honest, I just used the time to study for my upcoming exam. Roll a d4 to see how many rounds time is stopped for. Go to church and apologize to God for what I'm about to do. Some people in Japan made instructional videos on exactly this sort of situation. Put out the fires in Australia. Wait. Walk to Australia, then put out the fires in Australia. I'm a teen. I think I don't have to say anything more. Cheat on exams, and anytime I need to fart, I go behind someone. Go to a bar, stop time, then top off everybody's drink, start time again, and repeat at random intervals. Whatever I can to prevent deforestation of the Amazon and fight the wildfires in Australia. Wonder why I can't see because photons are no longer moving. I would move a Frenchman down some stairs just to fuck with him. Raid for everything I want. Doritos, cake, pushing plushies, money for when I unfreeze it. Fly to Vegas and hit every casino and become a millionaire. I bet a bunch of people are gonna say clap their crush's cheeks. Kill an edgy 17-year-old buff guy and his grandfather and become a boyfriend of a black priest. Remember not to touch my parents or I could shatter the fabric of space and time. I'd take a nap, play Pokemon. Take a nap, play Pokemon. Probably get my ass kicked by a 17-year-old that can also stop time. I wouldn't. I've watched too many episodes of The Twilight Zone to know it never ends well. I'd probably abuse the powers, then get bored and depressed. Poke someone on the cheek. That might be going too far, though. Sleep until I feel like getting up. Then I'm going to steal everyone's left shoe. Throw a bunch of knives at some 17-year-old goth boy named Jotaro. Clean my room, then I unstop time and have 5+ hours to paint. Play video games because my mom won't FBI in my room like usually. Make my own time-stop porn and rule the Japanese adult video industry. Wonder who the old man in the gray cloak is and why is he walking towards me? Go off and kill the Joestars, maybe move a Frenchman down the stairs a few times. Die due to oxygen also being frozen and being unable to reach my lungs. I would buy a jumbo pack of fortune cookies and then walk around putting them in people's pockets. I would use it to go to the bathroom while in the cinema. If I was in an exam hall, I would go around desks and look at what answers people's got. If I could stop time, I'd go and punch my teacher, steal from GameStop, and go to McDonald's. Yell out Zawarudo and throw knives at inanimate objects. Fuck off with the time stop questions for fuck's sake. Beat up some marine biologist, his grandpa, and his best friend. Hop on my motorbike and ride until I feel like starting time again. I would replace all of my teacher's R's with W's on the keyboards. Students, prepare of your exams, woo. Remember that I can't breathe because the air around me is frozen in time. Catch up on sleep without having my mother complaining all the time. The phrase stop time exists. JoJo degenerates fans. Hippity hoppity, this comment section is our property. Just relax, not worry about everything going on, and have some time to my absolute self. As people are walking upstairs, I stop time and move them down the stairs, then restart time. What anyone would do, destroy the Joestar bloodline, kiss my crush, and then probably leave a note in their locker. Cry a lot till I can regain my positive energy. Immediately start freaking out over what it's doing to my physiology. Yell Zawarudo and fight a Japanese teenager.